feed. All right, con. Hold on, hold on. Yep, con. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, to the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent. Before I get into my lesson, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son, Kahalayamlah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, that have taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the true holy men, all right, according to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's righteousness, going back to Isaiah, the 54th chapter, verse 17. All right, because at the end of the day, whether you people believe it or not, you know, Great Millstone are the true men of the Lord. They are the ones that's preaching 100% truth according to the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, hey, peace, love, and blessings to the elect out there, because that's what it's about. It's only about the elect, because only the elect will receive salvation. That's why we strive and we make our calling and election sure by doing these videos, by studying, getting more in tune with the spirit, okay? Following after the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because at the end of the day, we know that we are nothing and we are less than nothing without Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and the title of my lesson is going back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 73. And I'll read it right quick. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. All right, an acceptable man that will come through that fire, you know, without any burnt marks, man. All right, basically making it unto salvation, pursuing the Zechariah 13 and verse 8. Read on down to 9. Matter of fact, let me get it right quick, because it's a separation. All right, because a lot of people, you know, especially people I encounter with, because they always try to figure out what I be out there doing, you know, on the highways and byways, the ones that see me or whatever, and they, you know, ask questions, and I start to like let them know how the true God of the heavens and the earth, how he really operates, man. All right, and the Lord is a jealous God. Okay, he is weighed upon his judgments, but also he's a merciful God, man. All right, he's the God of the Israelites, and only Israel can come back to repentance. Only Israel can be saved. But that's deeper within itself, because only a small sanctuary, a small remnant, which our elders and apostles of Great Millstone do teach. Here, meanwhile, you have a lot of these false Israelite camps saying that all Israel can make it, but not according to the scriptures, man. All right, there's plenty of scriptures that say that a lot of the Lord's people is going to perish and die in their iniquities, man. Plenty of scriptures, but you got to have the Rakah Kwadash to discern that. All right. Lord will, I don't make this lesson too long, because I'm doing it on this little phone, and this little phone be down, battery be draining fast. And like I said, it's just going to be a short little, you know, lesson, really. You know, just to exalt Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and, you know, reach out to the elect. Because like I said, that's what it's only about. Only the elect, the remnant, the little sanctuary will receive salvation in the up and coming destruction that's going to bestow upon Babylon the Great, all right, which is the land that we are in captivity unto this very day, aka America, man. All right. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and this is the land that it's talking about, who that it may receive. Because if you read to the next chapter, Zechariah 14 and verse 12, it talks about a ultimate plague that would, you know, melt the eyes in your sockets in your eyes, okay, in the eye holes of, you know, of your face, and also melt the tongue. Lord will I get that after I read, this. Zechariah 13 verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. The third part is going to be left therein to be tried. And that third part, once they've been tried, they're gonna be acceptable. All right? They're gonna be acceptable. They're gonna be accepted unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? And that's also enduring until the very end. Because the scriptures say in Matthew the 24th chapter, the same that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. All right? And according to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10 and Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, the hour of temptation is fastly approaching. We know that the hour of temptation is that M-A-R-K, that charagma. All right? That shit that they're gonna, stick inside you, man. All right, that charagma. All right, because I ain't trying to say too much. Lord will, the video goes up, but everybody should know. And it's crazy because people know, man. People know about the M-A-R-K, the CBDC, which is going to lead to that in the near future. This is all forerunners, man. You got to pay attention to the signs and watch, and always pray that you do not be partakers, of that destruction. Okay, in a nutshell, because if you take that mark in Revelation 13 and 16, according to Revelation 14 and 10, well, start out at verse 9. Hey, you're gonna be put to death, man. All right, and the plague of you being put to death is in Zechariah 14 and 12, which it boils down to those nuclear missiles that's going to be used in the up and coming World War III. All right, because World War III is prophesied in the Bible, just like World War I and World War II. Okay. Let me go to Ecclesiastes. I think 5. That's the book of Sirach, 5 and 7. No. It must be 2. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, of the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Because at the end of the day, pursuant to what's that? Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is a strong tower. Hey, right here. This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right. That means nothing is going to happen to you. All right. When all hell breaks loose, and if you be part of that election, okay, that number, all right, you will be saved. You will be covered from the destruction that's about to come upon this world. And all of us have to be tried in the fire of adversity, but acceptable men, which is the elect, because only the elect will escape. All right, like it said, the righteous shall scarcely make it. All right, like the elder apostle Aranlab had went into it. It's going to be by the skin of the teeth, man. We're gonna barely make it in this society. All right, if we be those men of that election grace. All right, that's the question. If, because we still do not know, even though we're doing everything that is required of us to do in serving the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because at the end of the day, all our righteousness is likened unto filthy rags. So that's just more and more that you need to lean upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because without those names, you cannot be redeemed. You cannot be saved. All right. But that was it on that. Back in Zechariah 13 and verse 9. And I will bring the third part, the 1/3, through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and I will hear them. All right, so the Lord is going to answer our prayers. Lord willing, we be those men. All right. He will answer and save us and deliver us, man. And we're going to have faith because we believe on the scriptures, on everything that the scriptures tells us about. Okay. From the darkest mysteries to, the simple. And I don't want to really call it simple, but the things that we can easily understand. All right. I will say it is my people, and they shall say the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh is my God, is my power. All right, and I want to read this right quick in Hosea 1 and 10. All right, because a remnant was going to come back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh man. And also I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 10 as well. This is Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And that's going into how we were scattered all around the earth, man. All right. We was in diaspora. All right. The Lord scatter us among all nations and among all lands. Okay. And at the end of the day, it's more Israelites on this earth than the rest of the heathens. All right, because the Lord has blessed us. He really blessed us of being Yasha Allah. All right. He Prince of God. He Prince of the power, man. He really truly blessed us, man. Okay. Which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God, because now we're standing upon our feet, pursuing the Revelation 11. All right. And also Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, the tribes coming back together to preach the downfall of the current captivity that they are in, which we are in America. Let me get Sand of the Sea. But Khan, man, in the same land that was said that we are not the people, the chosen people of the nation of Israel, the chosen people of God, in that same land, we was gonna, like I say, stand upon our feet. And so, Lakia, let me go to Revelation right quick, since I quoted it, 11. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. All right, and that's symbolic talk. And it says spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Why Sodom? Because of the strange weirdo activities. All right, that weirdo spirit, that Isaiah 19 and verse 14 spirit, man. All right, it says it's best. Okay, this is the only land. Well, this land promotes monism. All right, this land promotes all type of weirdo things. Okay, so that's why. And say Egypt because this is the land of our bondage. All right, this is not our rest. We was brought over here to serve captivity, to be punished by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah for disobedience, for not hearkening unto his ways, his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. That's it's just so simple. That's why we fail as a nation. Us being such a great nation, but at the same time, these devils, these so-called white people, Caucasian race, they're ruling the whole earth, man. All right. And they're doing a terrible job at it because they indeed are the wicked. Where also our Lord was crucified, crossed out. Okay. Verse 9, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, roughly 350 years. All right. When we was in that dead state. Okay. Not knowing who we were. All right. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Verse 11, Salaki, the point is in 11. Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life going back to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, all right, and also in the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, verse 1, that the Lord was going to put that light upon us, all right, the hopeful elect, which I'm praying that I am of that number, man, because the Lord has revealed his secrets unto me through the good graces and mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, because at the end of the day, he didn't have to reveal this unto me. That's why if you know these secrets, that's why the elders and apostles say you have to go out and teach. You got to put up your videos. You got to do your part in the ministry. All right? That's how you serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Not doing your own thing. Not want to, sit down, chill, want to, do worldly shit, folly shit, We got a number one priority, and the number one priority is to feed Yahweh Shai's sheep. All right? Because they always hear the voice. Okay? And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High Yahweh God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right? A great fear, man. This truth has none reach unto the gates of the nobles. All right, Isaiah the 13th chapter. At the end of the day, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is bringing down this society by the way of the prophets. All right, spiritually bringing it down. Because physically it's going to be overthrown by nuclear missiles and also the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's in Isaiah 66 and verse 15, if I'm not mistaken. You can start at 15 and read on down. All right, and with that being said, you would want to be in those chariots. All right, because if you don't be in those chariots and you're left here, okay, especially if you take that mark, all right, you will get left here if you take that mark, man. If you fail the test, you will get left here and you're going to be graded by the nuclear missile. All right, that's how the Lord is going to do it. That's how he got it set up. And then you got all types of people in the world. That's why the main reason I'm doing this video, because, hey, man, when all hell breaks loose, like the elders and the brothers say, man, it's going to be the biggest I told you so, man. They did not take heed, calling us, demons. We worship Satan, just calling us all types of names, man. And most of this shit came from my family members, Like I said, me personally, that happened to me numerous of times. They say, oh, you don't know what you talking about. You the same, little nigga that I knew growing up, blase blah, whoop whoop. But I'm grown now. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, I see it. I see the light. All praises unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. By Hashem Rakak Wadash, man, that I see the light, man. And the light is beautiful. It's beautiful, man. This place must be destroyed in order for us to get back in full 100% righteousness, man. The new covenant, when we're going to be changed. Our bodies are going to change, man. The laws are going to be put in our inward part so we won't sin no more. We won't die no more. All right? But 2/3 are going to die, though. They're going to die on this side. That's why it says, then it should be known who are my chosen. All right? Because just like it's in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, you can read that whole chapter. They was amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, the strangeness of the salvation of the elect, because a lot of people don't believe in UFOs, well, so-called UFOs, which the proper term is the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's the chariots of the Lord, man. Those are our salvation vehicles that's been guiding us throughout generations and generations. And how much more they're going to guide us through in New Egypt, man. All right. Let me get Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall be among them, and they shall be laid hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. All right. And that's basically going into that great tumult is the nuclear missiles, man. That fire. All right. Just like you read in Isaiah, the 9th chapter, verse 5. You can read Isaiah, the 13th chapter, Isaiah, the 14th chapter, um, Revelation, okay, Revelation 6, if I'm not mistaken, the fig tree, a great exceeding earthquake. All right. Those are all future judgments of nuclear fire, man. Okay. Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. All right. Fan the fan on Babylon. All right. Empty the whole land, as Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said. That's going to be the end all be all for America. And while 2/3 of fighting against the truth, fighting against their own nationality, their own power, their own inheritance, they're going to be melted away. All right, praying that we're not partakers of that lot, because like I say, man, that's some scary shit. All right, because we in the belly of the beast, man. The only way we can escape is by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's the only way. Let me see. Let me get Isaiah 10. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel shall, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, stay upon Esau, Edom. All right, stay upon the oppressor, trusting in oppression. We're not leaning upon this so-called white man no more, man. We finding out his true characteristic traits. We're finding out the true identity of Esau, Edom. All right, the evil fornicator, man. The Hebrews 12 and 16, the evil, wicked man that cannot receive repentance. Because for one, he's a heathen, and then on top of that, he's the wicked. All right. And even, even though the Lord is going to have, a little bit more leniency towards the heathens in the kingdom of heaven, they're still not a part of our heritage. They're still not going to be part of the kingdom of heaven. They're not going to be part of the beauty of the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay. Stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 22, for though thy people, Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. And the only way that we're going to overflow in righteousness when the consumption is going to consume this place by the way of nuclear fire. Because after World War III, all right, after the destruction of America, it will be no more rising of the heathen nations. All right. It's going to be forever paradise for the Israelites, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, so-called Mexicans, all that, man. All the Latino tribes, man, they are Israelites. All right. And for the ones that is teaching against that, the Lord is going to visit you, man. All right. The Lord is going to visit you in that day. All right. The Lord is going to make a lot of these people take that charagma. Okay. And when he does that, that's the end game for you. That is the total end game for you, man. And you cannot escape. But the remnant shall escape. And Salakia, I'm looking through certain scriptures to read, because like I said, just flowing through the spirit. just basically going to, you know, the Lord's remnant, and he's going to be saving. All right. During the worst times that's about to come upon America. All right. Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30. And you can read, you can start at verse 5 and read down to 7. Okay. Let me get I lost my train of thought. I think it's Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah 16. Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 23, and I'm going to start at 3, and I'm going to jump down. I'm going to start at 3, and I'm going to read 4, and I'm going to jump down to verse 7. Jeremiah 23 and 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. That's dealing with the truth, that the Lord was going to set up shepherds according to his heart, according to his mind. That's in Jeremiah the 3rd chapter and verse 15. Verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them with the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is the remnant. All right. And you gotta be a spiritual person to understand that. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And it even says on the pre-note, Jeremiah 3 and 15. All right, so jump down to verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, that old Egypt. All right. Verse 8. But the Lord liveth, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, Babylon the Great, North America, and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. All right, because at the end of the day, how it says in not Jeremiah, Lord, Salakia, Matthew the 24th chapter and verse 30, how the Lord is going to come across the whole earth, all right, all the four corners of the winds to gather his elect, all right? Because even though we know the main salvation is going to happen in America, Babylon the Great, we also know that the elect is scattered around. Because on top of that, you got camps all over the world. You got, you know, you got the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai all over the world. Then the end shall come once the truth of this gospel reach into all four corners of the heavens, which is the whole entire earth. The four corners of the wind, Salakia. The four corners of the winds, which symbolizes the whole entire earth. North, east, south, and west, man. All right? From all nations. Let me see. Yeah. Let me get Jeremiah 16, since I quoted it, 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and it shall no more be said that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north country, North America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. All right, because at the end of the day, this world was made for our sakes, for the Israelites' sakes, because we were supposed to be ruling forever, being above all nations of people. But hey, we fell short of the glory. All right, and that was all spiritual through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is the most high, greatest movie of all. All right, you got to understand that the Lord made us to go off so we can serve him in a more greater purpose. All right. And you think old Egypt was magnificent by his great wondrous works. And we got the scriptures, and we got the scriptures to remind ourselves, to remember, all right, to look upon all the lessons and examples to follow after righteousness. All right. And that's what's important, man, to the best of your ability. No matter how hard it may get, just keep your faith. Keep striving and believing on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Do the work. Do videos. Constantly read. Study. That all will build everything that you need, man, to sustain salvation, to sustain what all you need in order to keep striving to make your calling and election sure. All right, Isaiah 33 and verse 6. For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, strength and salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's how we fear the Lord, by doing this marvelous work that the Lord has bestowed upon the elect, praying that I am of that number. Because at the end of the day, hey, we still got to run this race. We still in the battle. All right? It ain't over yet. Okay? So we got to keep enduring. We got to keep enduring. All right, brothers and sisters. First of all, starting off with the brothers, the men of Great Millstone, the ones that follow after the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's what's important. That's why you can't never overthrow what we're saying, because we're coming in the spirit of the Lord. All right, but people don't understand that, man. They still lost in their folly. That's it on that. Let me get some precepts. Let me get Job. That's not Job. Okay. It's the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7. There shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Isn't war about to happen? World War III. All right, and the mightiest sword of them all is that nuclear missile, which Esau Edom made, which according to Psalm 17 and 13, that the wicked is the Lord's sword, and also Ezekiel the 21st chapter, how he used this man to furbish that sword to prepare slaughter for the 2/3 of his people. See, the Lord already got it set up to kill a lot of Jakes, man, to kill a lot of his own people. And it's rightfully so. Because whether people believe it or not, hey, Jake is wicked, man. Jake is he wilding. Jake be wilding out here for real. Just like not too long ago, it happened fucking yesterday, man. You had a damn Israelite young man or whatever got gunned down at the age of 14, man, at his job in my city. All right? 14 years old, got gunned down. Whatever the case may be, I know a 14-year-old little nigga died. All right? And that was all the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28. The Lord got these spirits of vengeance cranking up because, hey, the slain of the Lord shall be many. The judgment of the Lord shall be many, man. The Lord is about to do an ass of killing. You people have never seen this like this, man. And it's about to come to pass. All right? So y'all, you know, hey, better hope the Lord on your side, man. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm just saying that humbly. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. All right, because the Lord's going to put that spirit upon us, man, to endure all that. Okay? To live through all that. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And you can also read Psalms, the 34th chapter, and also Psalms, the 91st chapter, man. Talks about how the Lord is going to deliver his people. Only the elect, only the remnant. All right, because 2/3, according to Zechariah 13 and 8, they got to die. All right, and the same shall know it by death by pain, man. Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, and I believe verse 12. Okay. Let me see something. Let me look up. Hiding place. Okay, that's not it. This is Psalms chapter 91 and verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. By you coming into this truth, man, that is our protection. All right? Being engrafted in the word, which is able to save our souls. Because at the end of the day, this is real, true life. All right? Not living it up in America, trying to do this and do that in America. Even though we still do live here and we got to take care of certain businesses and shit in this place, we do not put America first, man. All right, you'll be a damn fool to put this place above anything, man. All right, you got to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah always and forever throughout generations and generations, man. Put Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah first, your priorities over your children, all right, your woman, whatever, man, your job. Because, hey, the Lord can, hey, at the end of the day, we Jake. Especially when it come down to these jobs, man. We can supplant these motherfucking jobs, bro. All right? But at the end of the day, you still got to put forth the effort and the time of serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to the best of your ability. All right? Because everybody have a said measure of faith and that penny, okay, of serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. The certain measurements of this truth. All right? That was it on that. Get a couple more and I'm going to close out. I want to get Ezekiel. 22. I think 14, wait, Ezekiel 14, Salakia. Yep, I think. Yep. This is and you can read Ezekiel the 14th chapter. Matter of fact, Ezekiel 14, and I'm going to start at 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. All right? And that's to the false leaders that's not giving that warning. All right? That proper warning to the Israelites. You got these false camps that's saying the Charagma is not the M-A-R-K. Now the new thing, and like Elder Manap the Zakbar saying, all the rest of the elders and the apostles and the Akim on down, they said the same thing. All of this came all of a sudden, first and foremost, and then on top of that, all at once. It seems like every different little Israelite group is teaching that the 12 tribes sign is inaccurate. Now they're attacking the tribes again, man. All right. But like I say, man, the Lord is going to clear all these things up once all hell breaks loose and he execute judgments. And once they see Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans getting beamed up, and also um other Israelites that look like heathens getting beamed up, they're going to be in derision. They're going to be confused. All right. But it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, because he saved who he wants to save. He have mercy on who he wants to have mercy upon, because he knows every spirit. All right. He knows every spirit. All right. He is the father of spirits. All right. Jumping down to verse 14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Alahayim powers. If I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so then it should be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beasts. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Alahayim powers, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, they only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. All right? And I'm going to read on down to verse 22, because it says that, because honestly, a lot of kids are going to be put to death, man. A lot of young children, young women. All right, you can read Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, starting off at verse 4. All right. Verse 17, or if I bring a sword upon the land and say, sword, go through the land, so that I cut off man and beast from it. And the ultimate sword is the nuclear missiles, man. That's how he's going to cut off man and beast at the end of the day. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Alahayim, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Or if I send a pestilence into that land and pour out my fury upon it in blood to cut off from it man and beast, though Noah, Daniel, and Job, which all three of those men symbolizes the elect, all right, because Noah, Daniel, and Job, they got delivered. Even though they was in the midst of troubling times, they got delivered. Like I say, Noah during the time of the flood, Daniel in the time of the lion den, and when Job lost everything, man. All right, they all got chastised by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, but they were counted as acceptable men. They were counted worthy for salvation. All right, that's what we're striving for. That's what we're hoping to obtain. Okay, verse 20, though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Alahayim power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter, they shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Alahayim power, how much more when I send my fury, my 4 sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword, famine, noisome beast, and pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. All right, and the noisome beast is, creatures that's going to be attacking a lot of these people, man. The Lord is going to send wild beasts to attack a lot of Israelites, man. Okay, but that ultimate noisome beast spiritually, well, but which still is a physical counterpart, it's the nuclear missiles, because that is the ultimate judgment. That's the ultimate plague, the final plague, all right, of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, to clean and desolate the whole land of Babylon the Great. Okay, but hey, that can go so work for also beasts of the field that's going to be devouring the people too, because they're going to go through a famine as well. They're going to be hungry as well. So the Lord is going to put the spirit upon them to attack certain individuals that the Lord wants them to get attacked, man. All right. Verse 22 is the point. Yet, behold, there shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. See, all before it was talking, not mentioning about the sons or daughters. They was just talking about Job, Daniel, and Noah. But you got to also realize Noah's sons had got saved during the flood, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, because they had to repopulate the earth. Them and their wives, man. All right. So now it's a different context of the scripture now. Yet, behold, there shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comfort concerning the evil that I may bring upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. Because at the end of the day, it's up to the Lord, man. The Lord is bringing these gruesome judgments. So us being the hopeful elect, we have to tell the truth. We got to tell of these things that all hell is about to break loose, and we have to warn these people from the great destruction of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 33 and 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart, going back to their mind, goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they will not do them. All right, and ultimately, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got these people blinded, got the 2/3 blinded. All right, Matthew, the 13th chapter, verse 11, Romans 11 and 7. All right, Romans 9 and 6. Israel is not of Israel. You got a remnant of Israel, and then you got the 2/3 of Israel on this side. But all Israel is going to be ruling in righteousness. All right, in the kingdom of heaven. It's like it. Verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. All the prophecies come to pass. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, which is the chosen. All right, that's who it's about. The Lord set up the prophets to teach this word, man, to proclaim this word. All right, the low, the meek, the humble, man. All right. Hey, I want to close out by saying, Kahalayam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, hope this video was edifying. Praying to whoever watched this video, praying that you are of that election. All right. A death to 2/3, man. And a Shalom, Shalom. Kahalayam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles, man, that do rule greatly well, man. And I can say that in all humbleness, truth, and sincerity, man. All right. These men was going strong for decades, man. Years. All right. And they've been through so much, man. All right. Real talk. Hey, but other than that, I say Shalom, Shalom.